you're thinking about it. You're thinking about coming over here to good old Lynchburg, Virginia. But before you do, here are 10 realities of the daily life here, the good, the bad, and the stuff that you're probably not going to find on the brochures or probably even on the internet. Because if you're going to make this place your home, then you deserve to know what you're getting into. Hey, I'm Adam Stinespring. I'm a realtor here in Lynchburg, Virginia. I've worked with many families relocating here to Lynchburg, and here are the 10 things that they always wish they would have known before coming here. Reality number 1. The mountains are always in view. You cannot go a day without seeing the peaks of the Blue Ridge Mountains. It makes commutes, workouts, and even your grocery runs feel like a scenic route. If you love nature, then this is absolutely unbeatable. But if you're used to wide open plains or city skyscrapers, then this is probably going to take a lot of adjusting. Reality number 2, you're going to need a car because public transportation is pretty limited. Bus lines do exist, but mostly locals will rely on their cars. The upside is traffic is pretty light compared to Richmond or DC or places of similar stature. But the downside is you're probably going to have to drive everywhere, and there's not much biking either. Reality number 3 is there's no tolls and no major highways. So unlike Northern Virginia, there are no tolls here, but you also don't have any major highways running directly through the town. There's many connectors to get you where you need to go for major cities like Roanoke and then even over to Richmond. Reality number 4 is the cost of living is manageable for now. Housing in Lynchburg is still affordable compared to the national average, but prices have climbed in recent years and the demand is still ever increasing. If you're relocating from somewhere that's bigger like a metro, then Lynchburg is definitely going to still feel affordable, but if you're moving from a smaller town, it might feel just a little bit elevated. Reality number 5 is Lynchburg has a small town feel. Downtown is growing and there's new restaurants and coffee shops and even events, but it's still a reasonably small city. So if you're looking for that big city nightlife, then you're probably just going to be a little disappointed. But if you want community and connection, then you're definitely going to love it here. Reality number 6, education options are pretty diverse. So you've got public schools, obviously, but you also have private ones like LCA and New Covenant. Plus, Liberty University is right in town. For families, education shapes a lot of where people choose to live, and the education systems here are very good. Reality number 7, the weather, you will get all 4 seasons. You're going to get hot summers, colorful falls, chilly winters, and the allergy season in spring is, my goodness. If you're moving from Florida or California, where your weather generally stays the same, then this is probably going to be your biggest adjustment. Reality number 8, the healthcare is local, but it's extremely reliable. So Centra, which is the main one here in Lynchburg, they run Lynchburg General, Virginia Baptist, and over in Bedford, about 30 minutes away, they run all of the hospitals here. There's plenty of specialists, but if you need very specific, highly specialized care, then you're only about an hour away going over to Roanoke or Charlottesville. Reality number 9. The daily life is simple, and that's the point. Everything is within 15 to 20 minutes. There's no endless traffic jams, no 2-hour commutes. People move here for a change of pace, slow. And for a lot of families, that's going to be a pretty big win, and even for some retirees that I've talked to. And reality number 10, which is what has kept me here for so long, which is the warmth of community. One of the biggest things that people notice when they move here is how warm and welcoming this environment feels. Neighbors wave, people strike conversations in line, and there's a sense of community that you will never find in bigger cities. For a lot of relocators, this ends up being what they love the most about Lynchburg, and they wish they would have known sooner so they could have moved sooner. So there's your 10 realities of living in Lynchburg. There's probably some more, but honestly, you just need to come and check it out for yourself. If you're looking for a constant nightlife and skyscrapers, then this is not the place for you, and you probably weren't looking this place up for that reason too. But if you want affordability, community, and a place where people actually will remember your name, then Lynchburg is probably the place for you. And if you're planning to move here, give me a shout because I do have plenty of resources to make sure that this transition is as smooth as possible for you. And if so, then I'll see you at the closing table.